All right. Welcome, everybody, to episode 133 of the CosCast. I am, as always, your main host, Pixie Dust Cosplay, and with me, I have my fellow co-hosts.
Cosplay.
And Inyasya Cosplay.
Welcome, ladies. Today is a special day because we're all alone, so we're taking a break from having guests on.
Well, not that special. We didn't have guests in Easter either, so
No, but it's nice to just be us every once in a while again. It's nice. Today is a kind of a hybrid episode. We're going to be talking a little bit about gaming and RPGs in specifically, and we're also going to do a post-con review of Kazokucon 2, which we were lucky enough to be invited to as guests and judges this weekend. Yeah. But before we do, let's go into our usual segments and talk a little bit about cosplay progress. So, have we been working on anything specific during the past week or so?
No. The Powerpuff dress is the latest thing that I did. I did dress up in cosplay yesterday, so if that counts as progress, I don't know. We did get some pictures taken, and that was cool.
We did.
But I haven't done any crafting. No.
But that's fine. I figured I would share some of those pictures that we got taken by the wonderful people at Cosplay Studio who were attending the convention.
We can do that later, right?
We can do that later. I don't need to show that right now. But what I did get for myself, I mean, it doesn't really count as crafting per se, but I did buy myself some new stuff at Kazokucon. I got these amazing horns from Black Crane Creations.
Yes.
So, yeah. So I'm going to be doing a Jester cosplay from Critical Role. I blame Rara for this. It's her fault. And also slightly Ingrid Beast and her husband Rick, our beloved game master. So yeah, Jester will definitely be happening. I don't know when, because, I don't have all of the fabrics and materials I need to make her. But she's gonna be like a side project that I do next to Valith.
That's cool.
Yeah. And beyond that, I haven't really made anything. How about you, Tonya?
I made that belt on Friday.
There you
go.
go.
Saturday before the con.
Yesterday morning.
Yes.
Yesterday morning, yes. And I've also gone fabric shopping. This is one bag.
Ooh.
And I have another one just the size of the first bag. And my fabric, sorry for the noise.
No, it's fine.
It's fine. This
is one of the fabrics.
Ooh.
So pretty.
Very pretty.
Very colorful.
And another one. This one is also very pretty.
Beautiful.
Yes. So
all the colors.
My plan is to make some sort of kimono thing.
Cool.
Or several pieces of an outfit.
Awesome. I'm just going to say hi to all of the wonderful people in our live chat. It's wonderful to see you. There are lots of you this time, so that makes us super happy. Let's see. Ryurai Art says that she just got her first photo from Kazokucon and she's in love. So that's what she's been doing. And Kitty Petro says, I have started on an accordion for my Cass from Zelda Breath of the Wild.
That's cool.
And Ryurai also made like almost an entire cosplay in one day on Friday before Kazokucon. So creds to you, honey. Sheesh, I could not.
Yes.
And MJ actually finished her Akko from Little Witch Academia in less than 3 full days before Kazokucon. That also creds to you.
Yes.
Man. And so we'll be talking a little bit about Kazokucon a little bit later after we finish our segments to answer your question, Bad Karma Cosplay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right, so I guess that kind of takes care of our cosplay progress for this time. So let's move into our news segment of the show instead.
Boop, boop.
Yeah. So the first thing I want to mention is that there will be held a cosplay day in Porsgrunn by the local library on the 2nd of June. That's hosted by KawaiiCon, which is Porsgrunn's local convention. Yeah. So if you're in the area and you're interested in cosplay and you just want to hang out with some cool people, you should definitely check that out. The second piece of news is that Oslo Comics Expo is coming up, and that will be held in Oslo from the 7th to the 9th of June. So if you're interested in that, go check that out. There are links to all of these events on our Facebook page, by the way, because we post them before the show every weekend. So you can just head on there. It'll be the post on the top of the page if you're interested in checking these things out more closely. Also, there will be a Make It cosplay workshop with a focus on LED lights in Tønsberg at Færder Bibliotek on the 18th of June, for those who want to check that out. And last but not least on my list is that the Eurovision Song Contest was held yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it cosplay related? No, but a lot of cosplay people like Eurovision.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
I was live tweeting a lot during while we were watching it yesterday.
Yeah, me too.
It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of screaming going on. A whole lot of yes, I live, and what the fuck is this?
Yeah, more of the latter.
More of the latter, definitely. So yeah, Israel won with what has been popularly dubbed the chicken song.
The chicken song.
But yeah, so what do you think?
Like the reason we take this also as a news part is that we saw Fandomily Cosplay did a cosplay of the singer from Israel, which was hilarious. It was awesome and cool. I think it's cool that something that different wins Eurovision, but it's not the first time that different wins. We saw that with Conchita Wurst. We saw that with, the Finnish rock band dressed up as orcs when they won. That was also kind of crazy.
I just have a display picture here of Wee's closet cosplay of the winner, which is amazing. So
yes.
If you haven't seen it, go like it and comment on it. It's A++.
Yeah,
for sure.
But it's like everything with Eurovision. It's always like celebration at first, but when the winner gets announced, it turns into hell and World War III. But I see the political kind of not so coolness about Israel winning.
Yeah.
But it's Eurovision. I'm not gonna. It's not supposed to be political, but in some way it is anyway.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it just is. Personally, okay, so top favorites for me. Number 1, Estonia, because that opera singer and her fucking light show of a dress was amazing.
Yes.
Just gonna say.
I'm still A++ to Estonia.
Yeah. Second, I placed Ireland there when I was watching. I don't remember the song now, but I remember that the show was super cute with the 2 dancing guys. It was adorable, and I liked it.
Yeah, it was very cute, but winner, no. But I loved the show.
I loved it. And then I had Finland on 3rd place, just because I thought it was a very high production value, and the singer was really cool, and she had a good voice.
Yeah.
And then I had as an honorable mention on 4th place Ukraine with the vampire who came out of the piano and set it on fire.
I mean, show factor, yes. Ukraine was the best. They started the show and wow, gosh. Like, I don't watch any of the semifinals before Eurovision just because I don't want any spoilers. I want my feelings about the songs to be genuine that night. So it was just a huge surprise for me. Like, that starting the show, the vampire rising from the piano coffin, walks down, dances a bit, changes his jacket and has another jacket underneath.
Sits down to play the piano.
It catches on fire. It had everything. The only thing he lacked was he had too little glitter.
Yes, there could have been more sparkles, and also he could have been a slightly better singer. That would have made it perfect.
But it's Eurovision.
But
hey.
it's Eurovision. So, I mean, that and Estonia were the highlights of the evening for me. Ukraine and Estonia.
What about Czechia? Czechia was cool too.
Oh yeah, Czech Republic was fun. We liked the booty shaking and the meme king.
Yes. It was fun. It was very much fun. Yeah.
Tonya, did you watch the Eurovision?
No.
You were conspicuously silent over there.
You've missed out.
Yeah.
It was a show.
Yes, it was a show.
I was too busy playing the aisle and running around being a dinosaur.
But that you can do every day.
Yeah, there were other people who didn't see it either. Himedere loved Israel, and so did Kitty Petro. Himedere says Denmark and Sweden are officially cancelled, though. I mean, yeah, Sweden was creepy. He was like a very sleazy, like 2,000 year.
No, that's not the thing. They didn't give Norway points.
No,
that's the thing.
That's true.
So,
but we didn't want any points because our song sucked so bad. I hate that song. That is not how you write a song. It was so bad.
Yeah, I agree. I'm very happy. It's like I consider Denmark and Sweden as best friends now because they didn't give us points. And I was like, please don't give us any points.
Yeah.
And
don't encourage Alexander Rybak anymore, please. Don't. Just don't. No. I'm sorry. I'm being nasty right now and salty, but these are my genuine feelings on the subject. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Pixidust is now our Eurovision kind of household person that gets very personal about it. So thread carefully, people, what you say around here.
I am our very own resident Graham Norton today, because he got sass. Kitty says, thank you, Anita, for being honest.
Yeah, but we're all agreeing with you.
Yeah. Most of you, at least. But yeah, Rio and I had a lot of fun watching people spam Instagram with opinions.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of fun watching Twitter. Twitter was blowing up yesterday.
Yeah, and you guys didn't even see the person who stage bombed UK, because you guys were sitting on your phones like this, and I was like, what is that? What? Like, some guy just ran on stage. Yeah, I was probably part of the show. No, it was not.
No. No, it was fun though. It was very much fun. Did we have anything else we wanted to bring up in the news section?
Not about Eurovision. We're done with that one.
We're good. We're good.
No, but what I do like about Israel though is that quirky, weird, and also a plus-sized person actually won. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Thought you said you were done with Eurovision.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, now she's done.
I just wanted to end it on a positive note.
Yeah. Like, so people can forget my saltiness. All right, so let's get into our main subject for the evening, or our two main subjects for the evening. First of all, we wanted to talk a little bit about role-playing games today, because we have been playing a lot lately. A lot. So yeah. And then afterwards, we're going to do a little review of Kazokucon and give you all our thoughts and feedback and stuff, and show you some pictures too. Yes. So we love games and we love gaming, but we are especially fond of RPGs. Now, why is that?
I don't know. Like, we play a lot of games, and it kind of lets you become someone else. It's some sort of just like cosplay, just without the costumes. You just have to become a character instead. Yeah. It is very much like theater, and getting to live out like different characters in different aspects of yourself too, I guess. Set into a system. And also, you can't really be trolled by people on the internet while you're doing it. Well, unless you live stream it like we do. We're kind of asking for it. That's true. I think it's fun. It's just, this game that you kind of pick up, and it's just like a computer game, but you have to use your imagination instead of a screen.
Yeah.
It just makes it cool.
Tonya, do you have any thoughts? Why do you think you love RPGs so much?
Well, I think I love it because I've been always very fond of role play in general ever since I was a kid. Most of my, whenever I played, it was mostly role playing of some sort. And of course, then when we got to buy Nintendo and stuff and got introduced to fantasy, then even more role-playing material was, introduced to me. And of course, I really like the social part of it, being with the good friends and just, do either, serious things.
Like our last episode of Fateful Fumble. That turned pretty serious.
Yeah. And I think it's sort of like theater. I like theater as well.
Yeah, I mean, I studied drama. I took some drama classes, and I did participate in like cabaret stuff at school and things like that. So I always liked theater and play pretend and drama and stuff. So that kind of plays into it. And Sunniva, haven't you also done some theater things? Studied drama?
Oh yeah, I've done theater for a lot of years. I went to drama school actually for my high school years, and I also did theater on my spare time. I haven't really done it after school because I kind of got tired of it. But I think like RPGs and especially pen and paper types of RPGs makes you kind of tap back to that sort of thing, even though I don't really role play that much, I would say. I don't put on an accent and I don't know, move my body around like what you would do on a theater stage. So there's definitely differences in that kind of acting and role playing.
Yeah. And maybe we should like explain, like when we talk about roleplay and role-playing games, we mean like tabletop pen and paper role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons or Vampire the Masquerade, for example, or Pathfinder or Dragon Age or whatever. Those kinds of games where you throw dice and act out characters.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? I just realized something.
Mm-hmm.
Because you guys, you say you dabbled or studied into theater and stuff. I haven't really done that, like a study or being part of a theater group or anything. But I remember when it was what's it called? Barnasgården.
Elementary
school. Yes, we had a play. And when I played in that play, I had 2 roles.
Oh.
So maybe that's why my characters often die. Because I like to play several roles at the same time.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why you have like 4 characters now.
Yeah, I just have to say one thing though before we say anything that we aren't supposed to say, because Ryurai has not seen the latest episode of Fateful Fumble.
Yeah. We're not
so
spoil.
no spoilers.
Mm-mm. No stealing the feels. There are so many. You deserve to have them all.
Yeah. She knows that Ness died, and
yeah, so that's like half a year ago now. So, and if you don't know that by now, too bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
You've had your chance to catch up, basically.
Yeah. Kitty Petro is saying that I DM'd my first independent game of D&D today.
Ooh,
congratulations!
Awesome.
Did it go well?
Yeah, let us know.
And was it fun?
Mm-mm. That's also something we could talk about later, like DMing your own games, because we don't do that a lot. We're mostly players.
Yeah, I've never.
Yeah.
I have DM'd one session in Vampire the Masquerade once, and I think I've DM'd 3 sessions in Pathfinder, or something like that. So not a whole lot, but I mean, I've dabbled in one-shots basically. And it's fun, but it's a lot of work, and it really requires you to be familiar with the system you're working in. Absolutely.
Yeah. I think if you're gonna DM, you need to know the rules, or if you have house rules, at least be very, very. You need to have control of a lot of things, and
but the most
or at least pretend
rule,
that you have control.
Yeah, the most important rule is make sure your players have fun.
Yes,
that's like my number one point. I will throw the rule book out the window if it means that things will be more fun.
Of course. I think if I were to DM, I think that I would just get so insecure about my own story being fun enough that I wouldn't be able to do it, because I would just.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I worry about that too when I DM. But the thing is, like, whenever you can plan a story out as much as you want, but as soon as you get some players in the room that don't have a script to go off, they will just take your story and run with it and go in directions that you didn't even think of, and then it'll just be, you'll be busy enough just trying to keep up and throw things in their direction, so it doesn't really matter.
I wish that I could think of it like that, but if that would happen, I would be like, oh, they hated my story, that's why they didn't go my route, I would always find a way to make it so that the story isn't that great, And that is, I think, my biggest kind of enemy when it comes to making a story or being using your own imagination, because I'm so afraid of it not being good enough, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean.
You are your own worst critics.
Oh, yeah. And it's, ugh.
Well, Katie Petro says it went great for her. They killed a manticore, and the highlight from the day was a druid turning into a lion, the paladin mounting it, and the 2 rushing into battle screaming, "Form Voltron!" This sounds amazing.
That sounds very good.
That has to become some sort of artwork.
Yeah, that's too good to just
do it.
Yes, do it. Yeah.
I see Ryura is saying, I'm scared of not being available with all my fate points.
Yeah.
And in our Fateful Fumble campaign that we also live stream on the Fateful Fumble YouTube channel, you can actually, if you watch it live, you can earn points if you send us fan art.
Or contribute with NPCs or story ideas that we end up using.
And so you can use these points by altering whatever is happening. Like if some of us rolled really shitty and we're about to die, you can use a fate point and contribute to the story.
Yeah, or you could use it on the bad guys if you want the bad guys to do better. Like, that's also something, so it's kind of dangerous, actually, for us.
It is very dangerous. And fun.
So yeah, and I think this is a really cool, like, mechanic that we've come up with that allow people to actually interact and decide what's going to happen in our story and with our characters. And we're doing a show at Kazokucon this summer, and we will be allowing people who are present in the audience to decide what's going to happen with certain things. So that'll be really cool. Looking forward to it.
But we love RPGs enough that we spent both Thursday and Friday playing.
Yes, this week.
Pen and paper.
Yeah. So I think we probably spent 8 or 9 hours playing RPGs this week.
I think so too.
I wish it was my job. I would gladly spend 36 hours a week playing.
Well, I mean, just like playing, editing, setting up, podcasting, just like everything. Like I could do this as a living, no sweat. Like, someone just pay me and I will do it. No, but yeah. it's become like almost as big of a part of my life as cosplay has been for the past 3 years, I feel. Although I have been playing like RPGs for like 14 years or something, which is crazy. 14, 15 years. So yeah, I'm just happy that it's back in my life again.
Yeah, on a regular basis.
Yeah, on a regular basis. Not just the odd like one-shot game here and there. And I think we've talked about this before, but like how did we get into RPGs?
Sunniva.
Yeah, that's easy for you.
Yeah, well, it was more like connection between Sunniva's ex-boyfriend and my boyfriend.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because my first campaign I played with Anita and her husband and a friend of ours, or a friend of theirs. So we were 5 people playing together, and then Anita and her husband moved to England. So we continued playing while they were gone. We made a new group, and that's when Tonya's boyfriend came into our group because my ex and her boyfriend went to the same school. And then Tonya, I think you played a ranger like one time in our campaign or something, or 2 times. I don't remember.
Yeah, something like that. I remember I was even more quiet than I am now.
Yeah, but you didn't really know us, you know. You just came along one time, and yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know you, and I was like super, super shy, and I didn't want to, make my boyfriend, be ashamed or something.
Aww.
Aww.
Baby.
Because it was his friends, so.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, by the way, how fitting is it that I'm wearing the Kazokucon t-shirt today with the like fantasy theme logo on it from last year?
Looks cool. CC Tori is saying, wait, Anita, you lived in England?
Well, yeah, I lived in England for a year. From 2010 to 2011, I think it was. While I was studying to take my bachelor's degree in illustration. And then I came back to Norway and took another bachelor's degree. And now I'm here doing this. Yeah. So I started playing in junior high, I believe. Or high school. I'm not sure which of the two are the right ones. But yeah, I started when I was
your age.
Yeah, I was 14 or 15.
Yeah.
When I started playing. I had 5 like guy friends that I used to hang out with, and they used to play Dungeons and Dragons in Bjornar's basement, which was my first boyfriend. So we would play Dungeons and Dragons in his basement every weekend. And I played a druid called Drusilla or something.
Sure. Oh, imaginative name.
Yeah, I know. It was I picked it from the D&D player's handbook. It was an example name, so I didn't come up with that myself. And I don't know. I've just loved playing ever since because it just appeals to me, and I love it. And then I married a guy who loves RPGs and is a fabulous dungeon master / game master. And so it's just been a part of my life for, 15 years. And then we made Sunniva and Nico play with us.
Yes.
Yes, that's kind of how it started.
Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite RPG game, like of all time?
You mean pen and paper or just?
Yeah, pen and paper. Or if you have like a computer game that you started playing before pen and paper, that.
I actually think that Dragon Age. Yeah, I'm agreeing with Tonya on that one.
Yeah. I mean, D&D will always have a special place in my heart, but Dragon Age has become my hands down favorite RPG game to play. Absolutely. It's just very streamlined, and because we love the Dragon Age universe so much. It's really fun.
Yeah, I mean there are a lot of more new Dragon Age games you can play to really get to know the world we role playing than there is Forgotten Realms games.
This is true. And the Forgotten Realms games are pretty old, so if you don't like, old dungeon crawlers where you see things from bird's eye perspective, then it's not as accessible and as modern as Dragon Age is.
You have one that I know of, and that is Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate is pretty good.
Yeah.
You have Dark Alliance as well, and I think maybe Neverwinter Nights is also a Forgotten Realms. Icewind Dale. Yeah. So there are quite a few, actually.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, I really like Forgotten Realms, but that's because I've read all of the Drizzt Do'Urden books from the Forgotten Realms. But the thing about the books compared to the role play or the tabletop game is that they're not similar in any way. So it's like the only similar thing is maybe some of the places and the races and classes.
Yeah, names basically.
Yeah, pretty much. They're very different.
Yeah, so I don't get the same connection with D&D as I have to the Drizzt books.
Yeah. Yeah, I sort of get that. But it kind of helps you a little bit on, visualization. Yeah, for instance. Just helps you to see it in your head, basically. When you already know how it looks like.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely. I mean, just having played all of the Dragon Age games makes me feel at home in the Dragon Age universe, and I probably wouldn't have picked up the RPG as fast as I did if I hadn't played the computer games first.
True. Greta is saying, I have just sort of kicked off my first RPG as a GM. It is fun and terrifying at the same time.
Yes.
I believe you.
That exact feeling. Hashtag that feeling.
And Rira says, I want to play more RPGs. Yes, Kaida. Yes, come
Kaida.
Come on.
We know you wanna. You know who to talk to.
Also, Greta is saying, I love Drizzt and the books.
Yes.
Yes, Queen. So when we play at Turukan, we will be playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
A one-shot heist kind of thing, just because we want to make it more accessible to the people who show up who maybe haven't heard of us before. Like if we played the Kestrels, which is our Dragon Age group, you would have to know the universe a little bit more and know the characters and their history in order to actually understand what's going on, I think.
Yeah, there would be too many internal jokes, I guess, that people wouldn't get.
Yeah.
And feels they just wouldn't feel as well.
Yeah, so it's easier when we just play the vampire game.
Yeah.
No, not the vampire game. Sorry, I
No.
mean, we have too many games going on.
Too many games. No, yeah, because we are producing a second podcast, which is set in the Vampire the Masquerade universe. And it's a little bit darker. Not safe for work, I would say. And we will be releasing it eventually. It's just that we need to get some of the artwork and some of the podcast episodes just ready before we start releasing it, just so it doesn't become like a crazy mad dash to edit the episodes and release them as we go. Because right now we're already behind on the Kestrels because we started producing the podcast so much later than we started with the live stream.
Yeah.
So there's like a 6-month gap in episodes on the Kestrels ones, and I don't want that to happen with the vampire game. So we're taking our time.
Yeah. I just wanted to show you guys my character in the D&D one-shots thing, because we are a traveling circus of freaks. And I play the bearded lady. It's a barbarian called Brian. And he is a he. But don't try to, say something bad to him. He will probably punch you. But that's that's what Brian looks like. I just need to see if there we go. That's Brian. Fabulous man with a beard.
Yes, he is fabulous. He is a fantastic dude.
I'm not sure where I've put my sheet for that from that time.
No, I'm not sure where my character sheet is either for my character. I've been looking. I can't find her. She's gone. Poof. But I mean, I remember I called her Madam Kitty. She pretends to be like a fortune teller in a traveling like fortune telling show. And she is not inspired by Molly Mock or anything from Critical Role.
This was before Molly.
This was before Molly Mock. I made this character before Molly Mock. So she is kind of like an assassin kind of person. She has poisoning kits and stuff and disguises so she can take on different personas and things like that. It's very fun.
Yeah, and I am a thiefling, a warlock, I think I was.
You have so many cantrips. It's crazy.
I basically almost played the entire one shot with only cantrips.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just had one spell that went off because I was attacked.
Yeah. No, so it was epic, and it will be epic again. What was the name of the guy who sent us on our quest? Do you remember? It was hilarious.
I have no idea.
No, I don't remember either. But we will be getting a new quest from that guy, I think, hopefully. He's creepy.
So stay tuned for Toricon.
Yeah.
Come watch us there.
Awesome. Let's see. So yeah, this is basically just one big promo for Toricon, apparently, which was not what we planned. We just felt like really talking about RPGs today. So yeah, that kind of covers what we've been playing recently. We've been playing a lot of Dragon Age and a lot of Vampires the Masquerade.
Yes.
So just the last thing about RPGs for this time, and then we'll move over to the Kazokucon part. Did anything fun or particularly epic happen during gameplay that we can talk about that isn't very spoilerific?
Do you have anything in mind?
No, I didn't really. I just wrote that question just because. But I mean, what I can say is that Ingrid does take out an instrument during our last episode of the Kestrels and plays.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
You've really set the mood. Well, what I can say is that in the Vampires game that we will release at some point that is not safe for work, some people got a little bit too much to drink. And they tried to be very, very quiet as the other people had a very serious conversations. And these two people were sitting closest to the microphone, writing notes to each other. But they weren't talking. They were laughing loud. So even though they wrote notes, they were like at each other's answers and was like, you guys. So I wrote on the note like, can you not be so loud? And then, okay, said person Anita wrote me back like, but we are writing. I was like, yes, but you're still very noisy.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's on me. Me and Rick, we were the guilty party. We are playing characters that are totally irresponsible, and somehow that bleeds over onto us, so we become completely irresponsible. And then, because it's not live streamed, we drink quite heavily during the vampire sessions because because we can.
Yeah.
So yeah, in the last episode, me and Rick kind of went a little bit too hard on the.
Yeah, you know what? I had to steal Rick's character sheet and notebook because he was rustling them all the fucking time, and I was like, give me those fucking papers, and like rip them out of his hands.
Okay.
So we're not always as, professional and streamlined as we are when we stream the Kestrels or the CosCast. Let's just say that.
The Vampires is something completely different,
Yes.
and we want it to be completely different from what all the other things that we do, because we do so many things that kind of bleeds into each other, and it's important to not be the same in everything, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, because I mean, we are usually kind of like mild soft around the edges, and the vampires one is not. It's going to be very political and very grim and very dark and very different from what we do. And I think it's pretty cool that we've like taken a step in a different direction with that podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's move on.
Yes, let's move on. I'm just going to say, Kitty Petro sent me a cool picture of her half-orc barbarian named Nora that she showed us at Kazokucon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's very cool. Let's see. And Ryurai says that she has to be like hyperactive, screamy girls when she plays D&D because she's tried playing the level-headed leader and it doesn't work for her.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, but I can relate to that too, because sometimes it's hard to play characters that have traits. Maybe you have these traits yourself, but it's hard to kind of role play those traits.
Yeah.
For instance, if you're gonna play someone who is very athletic and you're not, or has some complete different thoughts than you have, it's a bit hard to not let yourself kind of get into it. And sometimes if you play a character that's too much like yourself, you kind of feel like it's boring in a way because it feels so normal.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Like, that's the tricky thing with characters. Sometimes you make someone who's too much like yourself, and sometimes you make someone who's too little like yourself, and they can both backfire and be hard to play or boring to play, all depending.
My tip: find a gimmick and build your character around that gimmick.
Yes.
Then it makes everything so much easier.
Yes, it does. Like with Valeth, well, actually, it's just that's become who she is as a person.
Yeah.
Like, and that's all. That's where it started. That was like, okay, she's going to be a know-it-all, and her favorite thing to say is, well, actually, and then that character just grew from that, and it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of lucky with Gakfar because he's still growing, both as a character and as a person.
Yeah.
But I think that's the case with all our characters. Like, they start out as something, and then they kind of evolve into something else.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I mean, Feral is not the same character she was when you started playing her.
Well, obviously, she's gone through quite some heavy shit.
Yeah.
No, but like, it's like people. You learn new skills.
Yeah.
You're not the same person as you were a year ago or 2 years ago or 3 years ago. You always evolve and learn new things and become more aware of things. And yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's fun with playing RPGs too, because your characters evolve too. And what I like the best about playing the RPGs yourself rather than playing an RPG video game is that you can actually choose what you want to say and do, and not just choose from a list of different things. Because what I usually experience that I don't want to answer any of these, but I have to pick one. Or that you kind of misunderstand what it's really saying, and you're thinking of a sentence like, this is totally ironic, and then you answer it, but it's meant like cheeky, or they
aggressive.
say it in a way, and you're like, no, that was not what I meant, damn.
Yeah, and like in Dragon Age 2, if you're just slightly too friendly with Meryl, you end up in bed with her.
But that's the same thing with Blackwall. Like, he requires absolutely no flirting in Dragon Age Inquisition. It's like, oh, I guess I love you now.
Yes. Yep. Yes. I got told by Cassandra, I think, like, but you're with Blackwall, aren't you? I'm like, no.
Since when? What? Yeah, RPGs are way too much fun to talk about. I agree with you, Yuri. We were not supposed to talk this much about it. We were supposed to be done by now, and it's like we're 3/4 away through our episode. What the fuck?
I'm sorry, we're sorry. But it's sort of kind of in theme, though, because this year's Kazokucon was themed adventure and quest, and what isn't more adventure and quest than RPGs?
Exactly. So let's move into Kazokucon. So... Yes! Kazokucon is a small local con held outside of Lillestrøm, close in a place called Rallingen. I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
yes.
Ralligan.
Ralligan. Yes. It's their second year. And as you mentioned, their theme this year was adventure and questing. All things fun like that. And so we're just going to talk about our experiences with the convention and give it a little bit of a review. So was this our first year?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
But I heard of it the first year it was supposed to be held. I think I was working last year because May is usually a very busy month for me as a hairdresser because everyone wants to be nice on their hair before it's the 17th of May. So I usually work almost every Saturday in May. So I was very excited when we got the news that we were going to be guests there. I was like, yes, finally I have a good reason to tell my boss, like, I'm going to host a panel and we're going to judge a competition, so I need a day off. So I am pretty happy that I managed to go this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah, because I wanted to go last year too, but I couldn't afford it, or I didn't have the time. I don't remember, but it was one of those reasons. So I was very happy when they contacted us and asked us to do a game show and to judge their cosplay catwalk thing.
Yeah, well, they didn't ask us to do a game show. They just said panel, and we
Yeah.
got to choose whatever we
choose.
wanted to do, and that was pretty awesome too.
That was pretty awesome too. Yes. So we chose to do a game show, basically.
Yes.
And it was themed around adventures and questing and things like that, and fantasy in general. But back on track to my script here. What did we think about the con? Let's start with activities.
Maybe we should show pictures?
Oh, the Powerpuff thing?
Yes.
Yes, because we did attend the convention as the Powerpuff Girls in a little group cosplay. I'm gonna screen share it here.
Yeah, because Cosplay Studio was there with their photo booth, and you could pay them like 200, and then you get 2 digital copies home of your costumes, which is cool. I really, really think it's cool that the Cosplay Studio is bringing this photo booth to conventions, because it's so cool to get an actual awesome picture of your cosplay or your group that's, in a good high quality.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you so much to Cosplay Studio for taking these pictures for us. They turned out amazing. We look super cool. And this was like taken while we were like messing around. I'm laughing a lot, apparently.
Yeah. They did snap some additional photos for us. So
fun. And this one is like a proper shot. We're ready to fight you, or fight evil.
We are.
So it was very fun.
Yeah, and they are also very helpful on how you can pose, how you can stand to make it look good. So I think it's definitely worth the money.
Absolutely. Yeah. It was a very good experience.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so activities.
Yes.
What did we think of the activities during the day? Like,
I thought they had a good. I think they had a lot of different things you could do. They had a lot of different panels, a lot of cool things, and I kind of regret that we didn't go to the
501st.
Yeah, Nordic Garrison
Q&A,
but we were busy questing, and the quest was so much fun.
It was hilarious.
Yes.
Very fun. And one thing we didn't try, though, that was on like an activity, and that was playing with Nerf.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I chose not to do that on purpose. Because I was not very ready to run around shooting with guns. Normally I would think that was fun, but there was a lot of kids there, and kids are so fast. So if I were about to attend that. I'm too slow. I'm too slow for that.
If I'm being honest, I felt a little bit too old to be running around with the Nerf gun in that room because the age level was so much younger than me. I felt like, no, I will let them have this. I'm too old, too slow. I can't.
Well, I work in a kindergarten. It would be like no props for me.
Yeah.
I would love shoot at kids.
Revenge!
Take this, you little shit!
With that in mind, we mean shoot at kids with the
Nerf
styrofoam bullets.
Yes,
Nothing else. Nothing else.
No,
yes.
we would never. All right, but yeah, they had some fun activities, absolutely.
Yeah.
And there was a costume panel held by Leachin Cosplay. Ingrid Beast held a how to prepare a stage show panel.
Yeah, we went to that one, I think it was very good.
Mm.
It was very, very informative and very like structured in a good way.
Absolutely. And there was the 501st Q&A that we didn't get to go to, and of course our quiz show thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think people had a lot to choose from activity-wise. And then there were, of course, art stands present, which is where I bought my beautiful horns from Black Crane Creations. Yes. And there were cat ears on sale in art and keychains and lots of things like that. And of course, the Norwegian Cosplay Association was present with a stand and a contest where you could win stuff too.
Yeah. I just wish kind of that all the art stands would be in the same room.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of people kind of... I don't know if there were a lot of people up there, but I noticed that some of the people who had art stands packed up a little bit earlier. Yeah. So when I went up there to kind of look at things, when we were done with our stuff and had taken pictures and stuff, there was a lot of people that had left, which I found like, because there were one stand that I really wanted to look at, but couldn't because I didn't have the time to.
Maybe they were in a hurry to get home because they lived far away and they needed to see Eurovision.
Yeah, that might be it.
Maybe. No, but yeah, I agree. It would have been nice if they were all in the same room because I think it was easy to forget that they actually were up there.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, there wasn't a lot of people present. There were like, I would say maybe around 100 or so. But MJ told us that they had more visitors last year, but this year they were a little bit unfortunate with the scheduling. A lot of people went to Retrospillmessen, which is a far way away from Ralingen. So it kind of collided, which was unfortunate for them.
Yeah.
What can you do? Sometimes you're unlucky with dates.
Yeah, and the thing that I kind of find unfortunate is that Kazokucon was actually ready and out with their date before the Retrospillmessen was, so there wasn't really much they could do about it.
Yeah, no, not their fault at all. Okay, so venue, it was held in a school building, which works well for small conventions, I find. Because you have a cafeteria, you have separate rooms, you have, an auditorium usually, so...
Yeah. I don't think I've ever been to a convention that has been in a school building before, but I think it worked well. I just wish that kind of the things that was upstairs and the things that was downstairs were kind of closer. I'm not sure if it's possible, but... that's kind of the only thing negative, if negative at all, I could say. Yeah. I think everything else was perfect. And I also think like the auditorium was very, very awesome, very cool.
Yeah.
Very professional and perfect to have like a stage kind of show. So it was very cool.
Yeah. And I did mention this when we were there. When we were going up to the art stands and walking past the lockers in the hallway there, I was like, this place would have been perfect for anyone who wanted to have like a photo shoot and were dressed like school anime school characters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or Buffy, as Sunniva mentioned, or High School of the Dead, or something like that.
Yeah.
That would have been very
Glee.
cool. Yeah, Glee, of course. Yeah. I will also say that food and drinks were good. They had a nice selection of foods to purchase, and because we were guests, we also got some food sponsored, which was very nice because we got hungry during the day, so we appreciated that a lot. And the crew were really good at handing out water all the time.
Yeah.
They were everywhere.
They were everywhere, and I loved the taco.
Yes.
Both of the tacos.
Yeah, I think they had all the food and drinks. Nothing was very expensive. Everything was affordable. If you wanted a taco, I think it was like it was first priced at 100, but then it was priced down to 80, and then I think at the last hour or 2 hours of the day, it was like 50%. So the crew were very, very good at going out and giving people information about what was happening all the time, and they were very involved, it seemed.
Yes. In general, I thought the crew did a very good job. I felt like we were taken well care of, and that they were, attending to their jobs, and things worked out smoothly throughout the day.
Yeah.
I
and I also like that the soda was only 20 krones.
Yes.
But I think it's because they had the local soda company sodas there.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe a little bit of sponsorship. I don't know.
I don't know.
But good. We were happy with the pricing. It was good.
It was good.
Yes. Contests. Let's talk about contests. There were a few of them.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit. I think it was. Oh my god, I don't know how to phrase myself. I thought it was a little bit sad that not very many had signed on the open stage contest.
Yeah, I mean that might have been because of the bad scheduling crash, maybe. But I agree. It would have been fun to see more people in the open stage contest segment. But then again, it made the judges' job a little bit easier, seeing as they had fewer contestants to choose from.
But also what we've heard from other conventions, even bigger ones like CosCon, they always have a little bit trouble getting people to sign up for these kinds of competitions, just because I think people are a bit scared because they think they have to really, really perform.
Yeah.
And that's not always the case, I think it's awesome that they have it and host it anyway, not just give up on that kind of competitions. Back to the food thing.
Yeah.
Ryudai Art is saying, I love the fact that they added something on the menu because of my weird taste. They added hot dog in a waffle for me. And I annoyed Nikita to no end because of it. And it became a big thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we actually talked about it too. Pølse I vaffel, hot dog in a waffle, is a thing that is normal in certain areas of Norway. I personally find the thought revolting. I'm sorry, but no, I cannot.
I have never tried it. I'm interested in trying it, but I don't have big expectations.
No.
But I'm open.
Yeah. Awa was one of the contestants in the open stage, and she said it was fun. So that's good. I'm hoping everyone had a good experience.
Also a contestant there.
Kitty also just signed up 5 days in advance. Like, I guess I'll sign up. Didn't even have time to really prepare any lines or anything. So that's very sporty of you.
Yeah, and you did a good job with the lip sync. I think it was a great song for the character, even though I don't know the character. It just looked very right.
It looked fitting, absolutely.
Yes. I is saying, I made my skit in 15 minutes 2 days before the con. Yeah.
Wow.
But the skit was cool. like it was.
It was
It
fun.
looked very like a professional type of skit that you would see on a like a bigger cosplay competition type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm tired today, so I'm not sure if we mentioned it, but Aoi won.
Yes, she did. We haven't mentioned that. She won first place in the open stage, and then a girl called Maria who sang got second place, and Helge got third.
Yes.
And then we judged the cosplay catwalk. We had, I think, 16 competitors.
We had a lot.
We had
a lot of competitors, and it was so much fun. Yeah, we had 16 actually. We had so much fun. We haven't really judged a cosplay catwalk like that before, have we?
No, me and Tonya have in the past. At Kazokucon Pop.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't have a catwalk.
Well, no, they have a drop-in cosplay contest, but I think I've judged a catwalk contest before as well. I just don't remember where, but I think I have. Pretty sure I have.
I don't think we have.
Okay, well,
I don't think it's very common to have catwalk competition.
No, not a lot of cons who have catwalks give away prizes. I don't think. I mean, they usually just have
the smaller
catwalk.
ones.
Yeah,
the smaller
ones
ones have that, but the bigger ones they don't. They just have a catwalk for you to go on and go off. But the smaller conventions like Unicon and Kazokucon and KawaiiCon, they also have catwalks with
this is true.
pricings.
Yes. So Ellie-chan won third place in the cosplay catwalk with her Holo cosplay. And then second prize went to Captain Sabretooth. Captain Sabretooth.
Yeah, Simon is called.
Yes, Simon. And first place went to a girl called Natasha who cosplayed Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad. So congratulations to them for winning. You all did a really good job being in character and taking your time on stage, and you were all really cool. And the winners of our quiz show were Maren and Danica, or Team Cruelala.
Cruelalas.
Yeah, the Cruelalas.
Yeah, and we also had Ingrid Beast and Tilde cosplay as the other team, and they were called the Plutonium Pirates. Yes, I remembered it.
Yes, you did. And it was really fun to host the show. And MJ said in the chat earlier that she really enjoyed the game show. She thought it was fun. So that's good.
Thank you.
Yay!
Very nice.
So yeah, it was a fun experience for us. I mean, we've done game shows before, not in that particular format, but
not purely game show.
No, we've had mixed game show, talk show events in the past. So, but this was fun, absolutely. So we do it again.
Yes. Now we just need to figure out what we're gonna do for ToryCon.
Yeah, because we need to host a game show there as well,
or a panel talk show
thing.
If it turns into a game show, we don't know.
Maybe. I think we told them that we're supposed to host like a quiz or a game show of some sort, but we haven't like told them that this is what it's going to be. So yeah. It'll be fun, we promise. That's the one thing we can promise. It'll be good. So did we have a favorite part or moment from the convention?
Yes.
Yes.
What was
it? The moment. Yeah. And
no, I mean
and the moment when we stole the broccoli.
Yes. Yes, we were questing and we got like different hints and messages from different people when we ran around questing, and we got a green envelope and the person just said, you have to find the green broccoli, and we just like, okay. So we went and found the green broccoli.
And then we took it because no one was sitting by the stand. And then we went and tried to hand it in. And they're like, what's this? I don't know what this is. I think you have to go back. And we were like, oh.
No one has given us one of those before. Like, I don't know.
Oh, well. So yeah, that was hilarious to us at least. So maybe it'll be a thing. You remember that time when the CosCast stole the broccoli? Yeah,
J-Fo cosplay and photo saying, "No, not the broccoli."
Yeah.
That can be a part of the opening show next year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we haven't talked about the opening show yet. We need to do that.
I'm just gonna say, let's see here in the chat. We have a lot of things here. Cosplayer Awai says, "And my first dubbed skit, I was so scared. The skit was good. I really, really loved the voice acting and how everything went there. So it was A plus." And she says, "I think it's good that small conventions have skit contests. I hate being on the stage and I have stage fright. Small convention have helped me a lot to be less scared of the stage." And yeah, we agree on this so much. I think we talked a little bit about this when we had our first Kawaii-Con episode a few years back, about it being so good that you have these kind of skit competitions where you can kind of prepare yourself and practice and get better. And if you don't like to be on the huge stages on Desucon or BonsaiCon or whatever, you don't have to. You have other arenas to do your thing on.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. The open stage contests are a really good place to like start and become more comfortable with performing and being on stage.
Yes.
Also, one of my favorite parts from the convention was having photo shoots outside with Ingrid Beast, who was cosplaying as our mom, Professor Plutonium. And Melina, who was cosplaying 11, and Grete, who was cosplaying Taco. Because I love photo shoots. I think they're super fun. And when Tonja got filmed in slow motion, punching Øystein
in the stomach. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was really funny.
I really thought the blow kissing run by slow-mo was very fun too.
That was really fun.
And when we danced YMCA in front of everyone at the convention, that was pretty cool too.
That was fun.
Or you guys danced, I just filmed.
Yeah. You were there. You participated.
You were there, yeah. And we had a lot of cool selfies from the quest on our Instagram account. So if you want to check out some of the pictures, please do. They're hilarious.
They're pretty extra.
One member of the crew, I think he was the security chief.
Yes.
He was also a participant in the opening and closing show. He had the role of Evil Overlord, and Evil Overlord had so many things. There were so many parts of the quest where you had to do things with him,
and he didn't
know. He didn't know. He didn't know he was part of it.
So he was like, what are these people doing? Why are they shining my shoes and hugging me and taking secret photos of me squishing my head? I don't know.
Yeah, and he got very hydrated because one of the quest missions was to find him, make him share...
give a toast.
Give a toast and drink water. So he got a lot of water that day.
Yes, he did. So it was very fun.
And I felt kind of bad because I have never harassed a younger person for so long. That felt kind of bad.
We have video to prove it, and we might post it at some point.
At some point we might.
Yes.
Also, I just want to say, because cosplay, you have to get permission from people when you hug them and stuff like this.
Yes.
But I think that the convention kind of knew that he would be on board with this. So I guess everything was a-okay there.
Yes. We would not condone this kind of behavior unless it is a quest given by the convention itself.
Yes. No one else.
Yeah. I guess he wasn't too surprised because we weren't the first ones to do the quest.
No. I think Kitty Petro was one of the first people to finish the questing.
Yeah, so she won. She won the quest.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. So I guess that she probably had more trouble, getting him to end on the game than we had.
MJ is saying that he knew things were going to happen to him during the day. He just didn't know what. So at least he had some warning. I would like to say also, if you did go to Kazokucon this year, they have put out a form where you can give them feedback and a review and tell them what you thought about the con so they can improve for next year, or so they get to know which things worked, what people liked, so they can repeat them again next year.
Yeah.
So we've put out a link to the form on our Facebook page. It is also available in the Kazokucon 2 event page on Facebook. So go fill that out and do them a favor and tell them what you thought about the convention.
Yes. Go do that.
Yes, so the last thing is, would you recommend Kazokucon to other people?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. It was really nice. It was a very pleasant experience for us.
Yeah, I would love to see more people attending next year. Let's just cross our fingers that Retrospelmessen doesn't take the same date as Kazokucon. Had it been in a different part of the country, it wouldn't have mattered. But because it's not that far from Oslo or from, it's. I think sadly someone went to the Retrospelmessen instead.
Yes.
We haven't talked about the opening show or the closing show yet.
No. I like that conventions have opening shows and closing shows. I think it's fun. I think it was an original twist that they chose to not give us the ending to the show until the end of the day. That was probably a clever idea, keeping people around, getting them curious. So good job on that.
Absolutely. I also really, really enjoyed the usage of tech and lights and pictures during the show. I also think there were a lot of cool puns and things going on. The only thing that I could say is that I just think that it would have made it better if they had like microphones that weren't held. Yeah.
Like proper stage mics. That would probably have helped.
It didn't annoy me. It just, I know it kind of enables some of the acting if you kind of have to, hold a microphone all the time. But I know that's no one's fault. It's held in a school. It's not a professional theater. And
I mean, some things you can't help. Some things are just like that. But I mean, that would have probably like elevated it a step higher. Absolutely.
Yeah. And since it is on a school, the tech stuff, I guess it weren't, very reliable.
No, it never is in schools. Cici asks, will the shows be uploaded anywhere? We don't know, but we do have Maria in the chat, so she probably knows, so she can probably answer that question. And Ryurai also says, by the way, #overcast. 12 minutes to be specific at this moment in time. So we better hurry up and end the show soon.
Yeah.
Kenneth filmed it. It will be out soon, says Ryurai. See, there you go.
Can't wait to see that.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yes, so basically we have a very good impression of Kazokucon. We would like to return. And MJ says that it was fun to have us around, so that's always good.
And we are so lucky that we got to go there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for inviting us to come. It was such a pleasure, and it was such like I don't know, it's just like I've never had a badge that says VIP before. That kind of, I don't know, like it was cool.
Yes, we do. BounceIcon gave us.
I think we have a VIP from BounceIcon.
Or Torucon, maybe.
Yeah.
But
still, we don't get those a lot. It means a lot to us.
Yeah, the only other con that gave us VIP was Bonsai.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because I have it hangs there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a special drawer where I put all of my con badges. So I think I've kept every single con badge we've ever gotten.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Yes. All right. So that kind of sums up our RPG special and Kazokucon post-con review. We are going to move into our final segment of the show, which is Geekery. Have we played, read, listened to, or watched anything during the past weekend that we would like to recommend to our viewers? Or that they would like to...
Huh?
Boruto. Okay. I have not seen Naruto, so I don't even know.
No. You don't have to see Naruto to see Boruto, but it kind of helps. And I will also recommend playing The Isle just because it's super fun.
That's the dinosaur game.
Yes, you get to role play in that game too.
Cool.
No.
I have been finally convinced by Ingrid Beast to sink into her trash hell that is Free, the sports anime. So I have watched 5 episodes with her today before I left for home. So I guess we've decided that if I am a character from that show, I am probably the teacher. Miss something. I cannot remember her name at this moment. So yes, we'll see. I might sink deeper into Free fandom trash hell later. Who knows? So yeah, watch that.
No. I don't know. Like, I don't like those happy-go-lucky animes. I like the dark, grimy ones.
Oh
with
yeah,
a
I
lot
do
of blood.
too.
No, but that's the ones I like. Either that or like Chobits. It needs to be either super cute with cute dresses or super grim and horrible.
Yeah, slice of life.
Only those.
Slice of life isn't really your thing, basically.
No,
No,
absolutely not.
but I agree. I usually go for the like very fantastical ones or super cute ones or really grim ones. I don't really follow a lot of sports animes or slice of life animes. They don't usually appeal to me, but I will make exceptions. Yuri on Ice was one of them, so Free might be one of them too. I'm going to at least finish season 1 and see where I am after that.
I need to finish Yuri on Ice before starting on any new sports anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are a lot of sports animes, and because there are a lot of sports anime about different types of sports, I'm quite, picky about how they should be. Because if they're like just like the other one, then it's like meh. And that they have to be funny, and they have to, be exciting, and they have to have like super cool action scenes that make the hair on your head rise and stuff like that. Or else, no.
Let's see. Ryurai says, I recommend Fateful Fumble. Haven't watched it, but recommend it.
I missed you saying this last week, Ryurai.
She says it every week.
Yeah.
So sweet.
You were very missed last week.
Yes, you were. She also says, I've been watching Ben 10 and now have this urge to cosplay Goon Tennyson. Kitty says, I recommend the game Armello. It is out on Steam and PSN and on iOS. Think Game of Thrones with furries, basically.
Oh, wow.
Cece says, Westworld, though, Dolores, my queen. And MJ says, Riverdale. No spoilers, but damn. From Cece there.
Oh my god, you know what? Riverdale is so drama. It's super fun to watch. It's so super cliche teenage drama, but it's not just teenage drama. It's like dun dun dun. Oh, they killed him.
I hate that it's called Riverdale. I have to say, I hate it because it's based on the Archie comics, and it's nothing like the Archie comics, and it just pisses me off, and that just out of spite, I'm not going to watch it just because it's nothing like the comics at all.
You want help removing that stick up your ass?
No. It's firmly lodged in there and it'll stay there. I can't. Ryurai says, oh, and still too into Prepara, super cute over the top idols. Yeah, I've heard about Prepara. I haven't seen it yet though, but I'm tempted.
Yeah.
I
think I need some anime to watch. The only problem with anime is that I don't like watching anime in English. I need to watch it in Japanese or whatever language they originally speak. And for that, I actually have to pay attention. Now when I'm in 100% exam mode, because I have 2 exams coming up soon, I watch a lot of stuff, but I don't really pay attention. That's why I just watched Dr. Phil and Los Angeles Housewives. The Real Housewives of Los Angeles, I think. Beverly Hills it is. Yeah, that's the only shows I watch right now because I don't really have to pay attention.
Yeah, it is kind of perfect. Like, I need to focus, but I need some sound in the background, kind of things. All right. Yeah, we have to end the show now because we are 20 minutes over time, and that's too much.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being active in the chat and tuning in. And remember to check out what?
We had a question we haven't answered.
Okay.
Cece Tori wondered if we are going. She wants us to bring the Powerpuff Girls to another convention, and I just want to say that we are bringing them for Tourecom 100%. Yes. We don't know which date, but we are bringing them for Tourecom.
And Rick will be our dad, Professor Plutonium. So we have a mom and a dad. So yes, we will be bringing them to other conventions. So we will see you next week. I'm not sure what the theme is for next week yet, but we will keep you posted. And have fun. Take care. Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
A night.